at 3 coin shop to get this here haul. And you probably wondering why I bought gum at the coin shop. Few of y'all might have catch a joke or what have you. I said on that one video, them little silver bars, poured silver bar, remind me of the dentine gum. Gonna buy me some and get me a pack of dentine silver. Well, I couldn't find a dentine. I had this here Orbit's container. I figured I'd use it for something. So I went by, got a few more. These little poured bars. I was looking for more than 1 ounces. He sold out of them. So we gotta get a little bit chunkier. We got the 2 ounce. Let's see if she circled up. Yep. Look at there. 2 ounce poured bar. And I got a chance to talk to him a bit about it. And I said I was wanting more info about it. Y'all gave me some info, but there ain't a lot out there. But it's pretty neat. He said it's here that, because he told me it's from Colorado, the ones who poured this. And I wonder, I said, well, you said it's Colorado, why has it got that Nevada? And he said, well, he did coin show with a feller that owned this place. It's at Prospector Gym and something like that. I gotta look her up. I just had it. Them Prospectors. Where is she? They still doing it. At Prospectors Gold and Gems. And I said, well, why did it say Nevada? Because you said it's from Colorado. And he said, well, they did a lot of coin shows there in Nevada. And he reckoned they did that around Vegas. He figured they put that stamp on there to, kind of sell to the Nevada people. Maybe they like it like that. So he look at those. He said he'd do coin shows with them, and he bought some. He said, I'd like to get some, got that swirl like that. And he asked how they did that, and he said, well, the old gal who poured them, she just kind of shaked the table. So I guess that's a trick of the trade. You just shake the table, get you a little swirly mark like that. But got me 2 of them. And now them hand poured, so that's kind of the high premium stuff, right? You can look on their site. Actually, I guess their site a little cheaper, but I couldn't find this here in Nevada. Maybe it's a little bit of collector's item, I don't know. But I found the other one. If you look on their site right now at that Prospector's Gold and Gem, and you find a 2 ouncer, let's find her. I'm scrolling around. There we go, 3 ounce, getting on down there. There we go, 2 ouncer, $76, what they charging. I don't know, probably if it have to. 1 ouncer, 38. So you get this 2 ouncer, 76. He charged me $40 an ounce, so that's $80. He got to make a little profit, whatever. And this in here, that's his own little bar. He had somebody pour it for his shop there. I don't know, you see. Fair Oaks Coin and Bullion. I give it away where I'm shopping right now. And that, I think he said number 4. He did like 5 of them, something, or maybe 10. So I guess you could say it's limited mintage. And he weighed her up. That's a little bit over a troy ounce, but it's basically an ounce. He said, well, it's a little over, but it's got that sticker. And he originally is charging $50 an ounce, but he let me have that one for 40 as well. So we got a little bit of kind of poured silver. Like I said, I paid a little premium on that. And might as well show the other premium one I got. I know what y'all thinking. You said, Mustard, right now, time to be stacking weight, not paying the premium, high premium stuff. But I wanted to, so I got a little bit premium. I ain't got one of these silver Libertad. Y'all probably seen. I picked up a gold Libertad. Of course, not a big one of them little bitty one, like a 1/20th ounce or something. But I had to get me a silver Libertad. Everybody talked about them, and I wanted to see the design a little better, see her a little bit better, that Winged Liberty. So there you go, silver Libertad. Of course, that's about 37, I think. Something like that. So, like I said, bought at the time right around 30, so that's an $8 premium. There's our premium stuff. Then I figured I'd bring my costs down a little bit. And it's another coin shop, so let's keep them together. That's one coin shop there, Fair Oak, or Folsom, I don't know, Fair Oak, I reckon. Then I got these couple silver bars. This one he charged, it kind of, what he said, it in the generic bin, so he charging about 32 per ounce. But I picked this one out because I done had one of these here, Northern Territory mint. And Stack That Gold, he said they out of business. So I ain't saying this is really a high, vintage collector, nothing like that. But I thought it kind of neat. And I already so I figured, well, I'll just pick up another one of these Northern Territory mint. That's a mint, of course. It's Pan American Silver Corp. Got that little thing. Y'all might be able to tell me a little bit more about it. Let's see what it got on the back here. There's a little bit more of that printing, Pan American. I don't know. I picked it up and at 32. I thought that ain't too bad. $2 premium ain't too bad. And then I got this thing here. It's got the nice case. I opened her up. I was curious what's in the case. And you see it's isn't here directly Northern Territory mint. So kind of had a little kick about that. Troy ounces, 5 Troy ounces. And this here like a gift. Somebody doing a little gift. I looked at it, and I thought it's neat, Isn't here, you look on the back here, you can read it. Congratulations, Erica. Graduation 2010. I don't read it all to you, but kind of neat thinking about that. You can read it if you like. You can pause it and read it for yourself. I ain't the best reader anyhow. But to me, it's kind of neat thinking about somebody getting this here for maybe their daughter, granddaughter, I don't know, somebody they cared about. And they gave it to them, gave them a little special message and gave it to them. I hope old Erica, all right. Hopefully she took it to heart and she doing good. She might have sold that to further education and invest in herself, like they said. So that's good. And like I said, I got that Northern Territory mint. I ain't saying I collect them. I just I had it, and it's in the generic one. So rather than picking something else out, I just picked that out. So that's another little coin shop. He normally kind of lower premium stuff. This in here kind of high premium stuff. A lot of his stuff a little higher percentage wise. That's where I got my proof buffalo from, that there feller. And then this in here, that's a third coin shop. If y'all knowed about the one I said I did a fractional deal with a feller coin shop. He broke me up, made me a fractional ounce, what I'd say. So I went back to him because he seemed to be kind of wheeling dealing type of feller, and looking for a little deal. And that's what I told him. I said, well, I ain't really looking for just an ounce of gold. I ain't got enough gold, but I don't want to just pick up another buffalo or eagle. And I said, you worked me a deal before, so I'm looking for something a little unique, a little different. And we come up with these two things here. And I told him I kind of like fractional. And you did me that deal before, so I asked him about this in here. He kind of pointed at this and out. He said, well, that in there, that's a neat coin. And he said, that'd be 310. And, back when gold down a little bit, I bought an eagle at 310. Gold was about 27 or something. But right now, I think right at that time, gold was 29.80, nearly 3,000. So I figured that's a pretty decent price on fractional. And I calculate her out after the fact. I kind of just in my head said, well, that seemed like a fair deal. So I looked at it, and now I know there's some of y'all or some people don't much care for that coin. And but I know 2is1, he got a coin like that, a 1 ounce, and that's a pretty coin. I think it's pretty. At 2018 with ultra high relief. And this in here said it's a ultra cameo grade 70. So that's a perfect one. Flip her over. Now this really, I really like this side. If you ain't looked close at that eagle, kind of remind me of that double eagle on the St. Gaudens with it flying like that. I think that's pretty. Let's see if we can get a better view of her. I need to get my lighting a little bit better. And that proof high relief, that's pretty coin, I think. So I thought it's worth 310, and after the fact, I was calculator up. I think I calculated it. Oh, what'd that be? Y'all probably, let's say it's 2,989, something like that was gold at that point. I think I figured it about $12 over, or yeah, no, it was 98. It's about $12 over spot. So I kind of calculate. I think I calculated 4 or 5%. And I think 4 or 5% over spot on a 10th ounce coin is a good deal. Even if it's maybe not an eagle or buffalo, but really I think that's even better. Because if you bought it from the mint, you'd pay a high premium. So I pick her up secondary, it's a lot cheaper. This in here, this is what made the day all worth it to me. This here, when I seen it, there's another coin laying on top of it like that. Can't even see the coin, but I asked him, what's that there half sovereign? I ain't real familiar with sovereigns, but I heard of them. See if we can get the glare off of her. That old gal, y'all know her, Queen Elizabeth. But on this side a little bit, I like this side a little better. Probably upside down, ain't he? Yep. Old George. George of the jungle. George and the dragon. Watch out for that dragon, George. Anyway, I'm back to the story. So I asked him about that coin, and I said, I ain't real familiar with that half sovereign. How much gold's it in it? And he said, oh, it's about a 1/10 ounce. And I said, well, what'd you charge for it? He said, well, I'll let you have it for the same price as that and there. We call it $3.10. We call it a 1/10 ounce at $3.10. And I pondered on it just a second. And I thought, well, if that ain't a good deal at $3.10, I reckon I'll take me another at $3.10. So I said, well, give me them two. And then I kind of looking, I thought, well, give me that there Libertad. So we round her off with that. So look, like 600 and what'd that be? 620, another 37 or 8. So 650 something dollars, a little under 660. I think I got $2 back out of it. But it's here the real story. So I looked this thing up out on my way after the fact, and I know you ought to know before you buy something what you're getting, but I looked her up. What's a half sovereign? I looked up this 2000 half sovereign, and what I come up with is, let me see, I'm gonna look her up right now so I ain't lying to y'all. Let's see. And you can look her up too. Like they said, trust but verify. There we go. And I know y'all ain't seeing what I'm seeing. I ain't gonna show you my old scratched up phone. But what I come up with here, that there half sovereign is total weight. It's 3.99 grams. It's 0.9170 fineness, or 91%. In other words, a little over. That's that. I guess that'd be around 22 karat, right? But important part here is that if you want to know the actual gold weight, it's a 0.1176 ounces. So I paid $3.10, keep in mind. And I'm looking right now at on this sheet it said the melt value is $3.55. I think at that time, with the spot where it was, I come up with around $3.50. I got that coin right there, $40 under melt. And that's a pretty good percentage. If you want to balance them out, you could say I got me a little over 2/10 and got it under spot, or however you want to do your gold math. I figure that also helped out my high premium stuff over here. So I'm balanced out a little bit. Got high premium, and then I got low premium fractional, then I got no premium fractional under spot. So I feel good about it, and I like the coin, and the wife likes the coin. Like that there feller, that's a pretty cool picture. She called him Little Red Riding Hood. She said, what's he wearing, a riding hood? I reckon it is. I said, I think that's a cape. and he killed that dragon. But Little Red White Riding Hood done killed the big bad wolf. So, there you have it. That's what I picked up today. And there is a little more. I did buy something online. Probably this is the first time I bought gold or silver online. But that's for another day. That's something for the wife, and something for me too. So we'll look at that when it gets in here. So what y'all think about these things here? Maybe I overspent in some ways, stuff like that. But maybe I made it up with some of these others. This maybe I just broke even, and this in here I feel like I come out. Altogether, I'm happy with what I bought, and I could afford it. So I feel like it's all right. But I'm gonna look into more of these sovereigns, because it seemed like I didn't know really what the weight is of them. And I guess some people don't. Only problem could be maybe when you go to sell it, people don't understand it's a little more than a 1/10 ounce. Maybe they want to, just give you a spot for a 1/10 ounce. I reckon he probably bought it at the price of a 1/10 ounce. So he sold it at the price of a 1/10 ounce. And I'll do a little bit more of a video. We had a little conversation with, maybe we'll do another video here in a bit. But anyway, this here video getting too long anyhow. But I appreciate you watching, and I'd appreciate it if you leave in your comment what you think about it. Good deal, bad deal, good and bad and ugly. What do you think about that coin? Good, bad, or ugly? I got my opinion, and you got yours. You're welcome to put them below. That's a little video. All right then, bye-bye.